Hello, grade 5. How are you? Today we are gonna talk about the story. Let's remember our story or the previous events from the story. In the last session, in a story we talked about, or in chapter 4, we talked about Jessica. How was Jessica? We said about Jessica that Jessica was a daughter of Shylock. Shylock is a very bad man. He loves money so much. He doesn't love anything in life more than money. Okay. In the chapter 4, we talked about Jessica, and we said that she is a very beautiful lady and she lives at home all the time. She doesn't go out of the home. Her father locked the door in order not to make her go out of the door of the home. Okay. Then we saw that someone fall in love with Jessica. This one is called Lorenzo. Lorenzo once he saw Jessica and he really likes her. Okay. After that, in chapter 5, we saw Bassanio. And Bassanio went to the Belmont in order to see the caskets in order to gain Portia. So Bassanio, he has to open the 3 caskets and to find the picture of Portia. In order to find the picture of Portia, in order to be able to marry Portia. Okay, he made the deal. Okay, and he has 3 caskets: the gold casket, the silver casket, and the lead casket. Bassanio was sure that once he opens the lead casket, he will gain Portia. He will find her picture, and that was true. He opened the lead casket and he found the picture of Portia, and he asked her to marry her, and then she agreed. So Portia agreed to marry Bassanio. Portia agreed to marry Bassanio. Okay, let's see that chapter. It's chapter 6. Antonio in trouble. We said about Antonio before. Who was Antonio? Antonio, he is a best friend of Bassanio. He is a best friend of Bassanio. Okay, he is in trouble because they lent about 3,000 from Shylock. And the deal said once he has to get the 3,000 back, or he will take a pound of flesh from Antonio. He will take a pound of flesh from Antonio. He will take a pound of flesh from Antonio. Okay. The messenger handed Bassanio a letter written by Antonio. Antonio sent a message to Bassanio because his ships were broken, so he couldn't get the money back to Shylock. What should he do in that? Antonio, what will he do? We don't know. What will he do? He has no money to get them back to Shylock. Okay, so he decided to give a message to Bassanio. He said in the message, Dear Bassanio, my friend Bassanio, I hate to ruin your happiness with your bride, but it means that I don't want to annoy you. Antonio doesn't want to annoy Bassanio, but I had to let you know this. I have to tell you, my ships are all lost. His ships are all lost, so he couldn't get the money back. They faced terrible weather conditions and storms at sea. Now I have no money to pay my debt to Shylock. He has no money. Antonio has no money to give them back to Shylock. The 3 months are up. The 3 months are up. He insists, and I must give him the pound of flesh. As we said here, he has to give him the 3,000, or he will take from him a pound of flesh. Okay. He insists on taking it. Shylock told Antonio that he will take this flesh of blood. He is from the nearest place to my heart. That means that Shylock wants to kill Antonio, or wants to make him suffer a lot. Okay, He insists on taking it from the nearest place to my heart. My only wish, his only wish, Antonio's only wish is to see you for one last time. You are my dearest friend. You are my dearest friend. And I don't want to die. He doesn't want to die without saying goodbye to you. He doesn't want to die without saying goodbye to you. So, we have here that Antonio is sending a message to his friend Bassanio. He told him that he doesn't want to annoy him or to make him sad, but he told him that his money or his ship were lost because of the bad weather. So he has to give the flesh or the pound of flesh to Shylock. And he told him too that Shylock wants this flesh of blood or this pound of flesh from the nearest place of his heart. Okay, and his only wish is to see him for the last time. He wants to say, or he wants to tell Bassanio goodbye. Only he wants to tell Bassanio goodbye. Okay, let's move to the other one. Bassanio's face, when Bassanio gets the message, when he was reading the message, he say his face went white. Okay, Bassanio's face went white as he read the note. There was a look of sadness and fear in his eyes. So once Bassanio saw the message of Antonio, he looked sad and fear in his eyes. What is that? What is that? Asked Portia. Portia asked Bassanio, what is that? Bassanio explained everything to Portia. So Bassanio told Portia everything, telling her about Shylock and the bond or the contract. What is the contract? Let's remember. The contract is to give him the 3,000, and Shylock, or when he doesn't give him the 3,000 back, he will take a flesh or a pound of flesh from his body. Okay, let's complete. Antonio is now in prison. Shylock has taken the signed bond to the Duke of Venice. Shylock, or he took them to the judge, to the court, in the court. Okay, and Antonio is now waiting a trial. Shylock has been telling everyone that he only wants his pound of flesh. Shylock, he is a very bad man. Shylock is a very bad man. Why? Because he told everyone that he only wants his pound of flesh. He doesn't want money. He wants to hurt Antonio, and that he doesn't really care about the money anymore, said the messenger. So the one who gives the message from Antonio to Bassanio told Bassanio that Shylock is telling everyone that he only wants his pound of flesh. He doesn't want money. He wants only his pound of flesh. I have a solution for this. Portia felt very sad for her husband and his friend Antonio. So she told her husband that she has a solution. She had a solution for this. Said Portia, Antonio is your dear friend. Antonio is the dearest friend of Bassanio. So I am ready to give you any amount of money that Shylock will be satisfied to take. Okay, so when Portia knew about the deal and that Antonio is in the prison, she told him that I will give you any amount of money that Shylock will be satisfied with. If we have to offer 20 times the original sum, wow. If we have to offer 20 times Okay, 20 times the original sum. I will be happy to pay that for you. What does that mean? That Antonio has to give Antonio has to give Shylock 3,000. He has to give him 3,000. Okay? Okay. Portia told Bassanio we will give him 20 times. 20 times. When we make 3,000 by 20, we will take a lot of money. That means very a lot of money. How does that? She is doing everything for her husband. They will give him 36,000. She will be happy to give him all that money. Okay. She added, they agreed to speed up the wedding ceremony arrangements. They agreed to speed up. Who are they? Portia and Bassanio. Portia and Bassanio agreed to speed up the wedding ceremony arrangements so that Bassanio and Gratanio could travel back to Venice quickly to help Antonio. They want to go back quickly to help Antonio. Okay, now we finished our chapter 6. Okay, what I want from you is to write well Antonio. What did Antonio tell Bassanio? You have to answer these questions. What is Antonio's message to Bassanio? Number 2, what did Bassanio do when he read the message? What about Portia when she knew about the bond? Okay, grade 5, now we finished our session today for the story. I hope you understood the story well, and now you have to answer this question and send me your homework on my messages. Thank you, and I really miss you, grade 5. Thank you, bye.